Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Knitter CNY, and you can find a podcast group over on Ravelry. There is also a Facebook page for the Knits Up podcast. And if you like what you see in this video, please subscribe below and also hit the bell, which is the notification bell. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I know that it's a work in progress, but I'm trying really hard to post every week, so hopefully we're getting more consistent with that. I'm not sure what to do about the mirror imaging. My phone is not sophisticated enough to do turning it around, so and the webcam I used to use is on a desktop, which is in the other room, so it's a whole thing. But for now, this works. You get the idea. Yarn looks pretty much forwards and backwards the same. So I am going to show you what I finished this week. They're behind me. I finished two things. The first thing is a big giant hat. Now, it looks huge, but it's actually not. It's meant to be a floppy hat and kind of flat back. It has furry yarn, and then it also has smooth yarn. This is called Go for Faux Duo. This is faux fur at the bottom. It's the chunky faux fur, so it has 3 strands of Go for Faux in it that are kind of plied together. And then it has a skein of Hometown that is attached. I got this for $4 at the Lion Brand outlet store down in New Jersey when I went down for my birthday. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's kind of a cute little hat, and it really does muffle the ears, and it goes over your ears, and it's supposed to drape like that, kind of like a Laplander hat, I think. But anyways, you get the idea. The next thing I finished in 1 week, and this just goes to prove you can finish a project if you're using big yarn. And this is it's so big I can't even get it all in the frame. It's a granny square blanket. It's probably close to 4 or 5 feet because it goes from my ankles all the way up to here on me. And it's got 3 skeins of Bernat Baby Blanket in it. There's like a lilac that's dappled. I think this is Easter egg, and then this is baby lilac. So it's purple. This is going to go to Project Linus. I think I've talked about this previously. Project Linus is a nationwide charity that works with hospitals, hospices, all kinds of organizations, but mainly for children. And gives kids blankets who are sick. That's my general interpretation. Or baby blankets to like NICU units, that sort of thing. And they have a stash of blankets, and as the different organizations need them, they distribute them, and there's local coordinators for that take care of that. So that's really, really good. Bernat Baby Blanket looks like this. This is a 10.5 ounce skein, and I made that blanket with 3 of these. So if you have an Ollie's near you, I think I've talked about this before. Ollie's has these right now for $5. Different colors. They had blue. They had a whole bunch of colors. Pardon me while I reach up for a moment. Okay, so this is an example of some of the colors. This is Dreamy Skies. This is Starry Skies, which is just a plain blue. This is Oceanside. pardon the crinkling, I'm sorry. This is Rosy Posy. And this one is Pebble Beach. So you kind of get the idea. So with 3 of those, you can make a pretty good sized granny square blanket. The other blanket that I'm starting to work on, pardon me while I bend over here, is out of Pebble Beach. And this is going to be a ripple Afghan. I'm on the very first row. There's the rest of my chain. But I've ripped this blanket. I was thinking about making a basket weave blanket. Tried that, didn't like it. Didn't like how it was turning out. It was too fiddly for me. So I'm just doing a plain old ripple. I'm using the pattern that is in the home decor module or home decor class from Yarnspirations that's on Craftsy. If you belong to Craftsy and you're a premium member, you can get that for free. If you bought that class, it's a pretty good class for beginners. I actually didn't read through the pattern correctly the first time and didn't watch the video tutorial all the way through, which kind of defeats the purpose of having Craftsy. But what I should have done was read all the way through it, because when I got to the increases at the top, it wasn't just 1 increase, it was 2 increases, and then there's like 2 decreases at the bottom. So that makes sense. So I'm starting on that out of Pebble Beach. That's going to be for a friend's son who is in college. And I said, do you want a blanket? And he said, yeah, it gets cold up here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have 5 skeins of Pebble Beach. The first skein is all over the place now because I've ripped out a number of times. Next project is a sock. This is the first sock of the pair. And I'm going to tuck in this end so you can see what this looks like. Looks like this. The yarn does color change, and this yarn is Lion Brand Mani-Pedi in the mittens colorway. So you can kind of see it's got blues, it's got purples, it's got oranges, reds. It's starting to have a little bit of yellow in there too. It'll have yellow. So my skeins start at different points. So my second sock will not look exactly like my first sock. They'll be fraternal twins, but that's okay. And then the second pair of socks that I've just started on is out of Berrocco Sox that I bought from a Facebook marketplace post. I think it was $10 or something like that. But you get the idea. There's oranges and reds in there. I thought for Halloween and for fall that would be fun. And I've got a funky needle. We will be doing a review of all these needles once everything gets in. I'm going to do a sock needle review roundup. So this, I'm going to go like this so you can kind of see it. That is a Addy squared needle. It's kind of squared off. I don't know how to describe it. I'd call it sprockety, but I don't know where I'm getting that term from. Really nice sharp points. Cable is a joy to work with. I am using a 60-inch because that's what I could get in a circular that was 2.5 millimeters, because I want to start making the legs of my socks 2.5 millimeters and using 2.25 millimeters for the foot. I think that other needle is a Haya, if I remember correctly, for the other pair of socks. And I've used Chowgoose before. I've used, just plain Knitter's Pride Nova Patina before. I really, really like these squares, enough so that um, I bought the flexible flyers, or the flexi flips that are Addy squared in 2.25. I couldn't get them in 2.5 for some reason, but I bought them in 2.25. They were, I think, $32 for those, and those should be coming sometime late September, early October. So it may be a while before I do the sock needle roundup. And the reason I bought them was because I was sitting at the car dealers getting an oil change, and I was knitting away on my little Mani-Pedi sock, and I saw this lady who said, "Oh, you're knitting socks." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm knitting socks." She says, "Mine are in my bag." So she and I got to talking, and she was knitting some beautiful socks. I believe she said the dyer was Lady Llama, with 2 L's in each word, who lives in Ithaca, New York area. And she had some really bright colors, really pretty hand-dyed sock yarn. She was an older lady, really nice. I did not get her name or anything like that, but it was really fun talking with her. I was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about ordering these needles." She's like, "Go ahead, just order them." So I was like, "Okay, I have permission." Not that I need permission, but I ordered them, and they should be coming, and it should be really fun to use those with socks. I have not tried the Flexi Flips, flexible double pointed needles before at all. So I figured if I was going to start, I was going to start with what I really wanted to use. And they're extra long too, I believe, maybe. I don't know. I think they're 12 inches long a piece. So that should be plenty for a 64 stitch sock. So that's all I've got this week, folks, but I think that's a lot for what I did this week. And I've mailed the prize out to the prize winner. And it's in a foreign country, not the States, but that's okay. I went to the post office and I had her address. I filled out the customs form, put everything in the box, made sure everything was put into plastic bags just in case the box got bumped around and all of that there'd be a little bit of more weather protection for it. And so that's what I've been working on. That blanket is probably going to take a little bit of my time. It should probably take a few weeks. So there may not be content for a while. I may talk to you more about socks next week more than anything else. So if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see on this channel, please comment below. Please comment too if you are using the Bernat Baby Blanket, if you bought yarn at Ollie's on sale. The other place I do want to get to, but I probably won't get to until 2 weeks from now, will be Ocean City Job Lots down in Binghamton, because I am going down to Binghamton. Hopefully everything goes well for Speedy Fest. If you haven't been to Speedy Fest, you should go. Speedies are a Binghamton thing. It's sort of like shish kebab, but not really. There's a couple different companies down there. Salamita's is one, and Lupo's is another one. That Speedies are like a Binghamton thing. It's kind of like buffalo chicken wings from Buffalo. It's something that, or salt potatoes from Syracuse. It's a very upstate New York thing that started in Binghamton. The Speedies did. And the Bare Naked Ladies rock band should be playing one of the nights. And a friend and I are going to go to that, hopefully. So while I'm down there visiting, I'm going to go to Ocean City Job Lots and check out their yarns, because like I said last week, I follow Affordably Crafty, and she went there and they had some beautiful yarns. I don't need to go make a 3-hour round trip just to buy yarn, but if I'm down there anyways, I can stop in and see how it goes. So that's all I've got for you folks. Please go craft something. It is good for your mental health, and I'll see you hopefully next week. Bye bye.